Hello, beautiful world. This is episode 28 of Outrageously Evolving, our podcast series, which Centauri and I have been doing together. And he's not on this one, but you get me instead. And I want to talk today about how I've learned how to live epically, geniusly, magnificently, miraculously, synergistically, in a kind of super flow and super consciousness, the way I would talk about it. So I just want to talk about that a little bit and say how I got there and how I think any of us can get there now. So yeah, I was really like a normal human being, married 3 times and lived with a guy for 5 years, had all that stuff, had a big job in a corporation, left, and then, name it. I've been through it all in my life. But at one point, I don't know, somebody said, I was in a workshop, somebody said, it just struck me. And I went, I leapt out of my seat and I said, if I could be for that, I would be fulfilled. And here I am. That was probably about 35, 40 years later. And I'm fulfilled and I'm living that life. And it didn't take all that long, but it's not just about me and my own evolutionary growth and possibility and creation. It's something much larger. It's who we're all becoming now, I would say. So how did this occur? Well, first of all, I let go of my past. I just let it go. I don't believe in living in the past anymore. I don't believe in, like, I don't even have anything anymore I need to work on. I'm not saying I'm perfect. It's not that, but I think that if we let our past guide us in the direction of the possibility we're meant to become, then it becomes useful and relevant and not just issues to be resolved or cleared or healed or gotten rid of. Everything we do leads us to where we are. And I recognize that, but I was pretty clear of everything until about 2 months ago when I said, the only regret I have is my first marriage. And so I looked back and I thought, if I hadn't taken that first marriage, if I hadn't gone through that, and it was yucky, if I hadn't gone through that, I wouldn't have done this, then I wouldn't have gone there, then I wouldn't have married this one, then I wouldn't have done that, then I wouldn't have come to Glastonbury and Avalon and wouldn't have married my third husband and I wouldn't have become who I've become. And when I realized that, it was no longer a regret for me. It just did, like poof. It was just gone from me. And I can live fully in the present, celebrating what we are becoming together on this world now. So that was one of them. The other thing that I think really put me on the right path ages ago, I went through a big shift of being and became very ultra sensitive energetically. And this was in the late 1990s. And I remember I was really struggling because I was having trouble going into the shops. I thought, well, how am I going to go on planes and trains and move around the world? And I remember Centauri, he pulled the car over and he was at a green field and we just stopped the car and he said, we'll just create ourselves and our lives as we want it to be. And I was like, yes. And that's exactly what we've done. We just made up a life that really suits us and really works for us. And I believe we can all do that. And for some people, it is being in leadership. It is working in organizations, or it is working for McDonald's, or, whatever theirs is that is theirs to do that gives them joy and brilliance and whatever. But we get to create it. We are the creators of our lives. And we are the creator of ourselves. And I think that was a big one for me to get. That I'm not just shaped by my small town Canadian background. I'm not just shaped by my education, by my parents, um, by my experiences in life, by my marriages, etc., etc. That I can be a creator of myself. And that is extraordinary to discover that you can be anything you want to be, anything you want to be, at any level you want to be it. And once I understood that, then I was in charge. I was the source of myself. I was no longer stuck with some view of myself that said I had to be this way or that way. I could design and innovate myself, which was really pretty exciting. I'm kind of happy with the outcome. It's kind of fun, actually, to be able to do that. Okay, so what else? I think the other thing for me is that I discovered greatness, I discovered magic, and I discovered miraculousness. And I live into those things. I I totally and utterly believe the universe is always working in our favor. And I know I've seen scientists that I really respect and admire say, no, it's like this. And, how can that be? But the more you believe it, the more it works for you. It's really quite outstanding. And I'm sure everybody listening to this knows that too. I'm sure you've already discovered it. But more than just that, when you partner with, I'm going to call it the universe, you can call it anything you want, source, creator, whatever. Infinite, divine, there's lots of names for it. The more I partner with it, the more I was willing to become it in physical form, to live into it in my life, the more magical my life became, the more miraculous my life became. I discovered synergy and synchronicity. Like, how could these things happen? Like I don't even have to work at promoting my business as a coach, as a webinar host, as a whatever I do. I don't even have to do anything about it these days. I'll just be in joy, write what comes to me when I'm laying in bed in the morning. I wake up, I pick up my phone, it comes to me, and I go, and then people connect with me. And before you know it, I'm running a business that brings us income, that gives me joy, and that gives great contribution back to the world. And it's quite extraordinary. Synergy, synchronicity, joy, greatness, genius, flow. It's an amazing way to live. Truly, truly an amazing way to live. So I think, if I kind of stop there and just kind of summarize all of this, I think that a lot of people really, really, really want to change the world. They want to make it better. I think we all have that in us. And I think that a lot of people are stuck because one, it feels like you have to come up with a big, big vision, and that's heavy. And how would you do that? And blah, blah, blah. And some people would say, well, just live it in your own life, and that's good. And that is great. But I want to remake the world, and I want to remake the world with people who want to remake the world. And I believe we all have that in us. And that each one of us is almost essential to making that so, because each one of us has unique contribution to gift to the whole thing unfolding and unfurling into something like spectacular. So what I would say is do things you love, live in joy, laugh a lot. Don't take it all serious and significantly. Look for the greater purpose in things. Take action towards that. Believe in yourself. Love epically, without reservation, without being concerned about being hurt. Because the more epically you love life, you love people, you love animals and nature and the earth and the universe, the more it loves you back. And I think that's probably a good place to stop right there. Oh, and unleash your genius. Okay, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Lots of love, everybody. Bye.